The political dimensions of the dispute between India and Pakistan have long been center stage, but this is not a conflict frozen in time. It is a conflict that has robbed millions of their basic human rights and continues to this day to inflict untold suffering. So that's why I will be urging the Human Rights Council, the UN Human Rights Council, to consider establishing a commission of inquiry. Given all that we have learned and the current serious tensions, including those stemming from a series of recent incidents in Srinagar, I urge the Indian security forces to exercise maximum restraint and strictly abide by international standards governing the use of force when dealing with future protests, including ones that could well occur this coming weekend. One of the most dangerous weapons being used against protesters in Kashmir is the pellet-firing shotgun. A number of people have been killed and thousands injured by shotgun pellets since July 2016. Many people have been partially or completely blinded, and I am urging the security forces to completely halt their use of this inaccurate and deadly weapon during crowd control operations. One particular Indian law gives security forces virtual immunity against prosecution for any human rights violation. The report found that in the nearly 28 years that the law has been in force in Jammu and Kashmir, there has not been a single prosecution of armed forces personnel granted by the central government. There is almost total impunity for enforced or involuntary disappearances, with little movement towards credibly investigating complaints, including into alleged sites of mass graves. There is also chronic impunity for sexual violence in Kashmir, both for incidents allegedly carried out by security forces and by armed groups. The report points to evidence that the armed groups that have operated in Jammu and Kashmir since the late 1980s have, in addition to sexual violence, committed a wide range of human rights abuses, including kidnappings and killings of civilians. And despite the government of Pakistan's denial of any support for these groups, the report notes that a number of experts have concluded that Pakistan's military continues to support these groups' operations across the line of control.